When we believe in ourselves, it can help us achieve our goals, manifest our dreams, and increase our well-being. But the flip side is also true. Lack of belief in ourselves means we are less likely to act, to change, or to push to make things better. In fact, when we expect we will fail, we are actually more likely to fail. That means that believing in ourselves is kind of like the key that turns the ignition and starts the car. We can't really go anywhere without it. Try as we might push ourselves forward, we're blocked because our thoughts, attitudes, and actions aren't in alignment with our goals. So, we either don't do what we need to do, or we sabotage ourselves along the way, sometimes in obvious ways or unconscious ways. So, how do you believe in yourself? The first and perhaps most fundamental part of believing in yourself is believing that you have worth. If you have a difficult time believing that you are worthy of your dreams, then why would you even shoot for them? On the other hand, if you like yourself and treat yourself like someone you like, then this positive self-treatment can go a long way towards believing in yourself. We can start to grow our self-worth by being kind to ourselves and practicing skills like self-compassion. We can talk to ourselves nicely, root for ourselves, and go easy on ourselves when we struggle or make mistakes. We might also use positive affirmations to remind ourselves of the positive thoughts we want to have about ourselves. To believe in yourself, you must believe that you have the qualities or skills you need to do whatever it is you want to do. So how does that work? Well, to start, it can be really helpful to create a list of your positive qualities and strengths. That way you'll know what they are. Next, think about how these positive qualities and strengths can help you reach your goals. When you see just how many good traits you have and how they are useful to you, then hopefully you'll have to rely less on faith to believe in yourself. Instead, you'll see it right in front of you. You might say, yes, I am a person who can accomplish this goal. And if it turns out that you're missing key strengths that you need to reach your goals, and then start working on building those strengths. None of us come into this world having everything we need to accomplish everything we want. So if there are still skills you need to build, focus on how your existing qualities and strengths can help you build those skills. We grow a little at a time, believing in ourselves a little more with each successful step we take forward. We often think of trust as something we have for others, but we also have or don't have trust for ourselves. Having or not having this trust in ourselves has similar implications as having or not having trust for others. For example, when we trust someone, we're honest with them, we can count on them, and we are confident in them doing what's best for us. So what might it mean when we don't trust ourselves? Well, maybe we don't want to be honest with ourselves because we're not sure what we'll do with that information. Maybe we can't count on ourselves to do the things we tell ourselves we'll do. Or maybe we're afraid that we'll do things to harm ourselves instead of helping ourselves. It may sound odd when spelled out like this, but many of us do indeed have self-trust issues. For example, maybe we've told ourselves 1,000 times that we are going to start exercising, but we never do it or stick to it. So how likely is it that we'd believe ourselves when we again say we're going to exercise? Not very likely. Or maybe we've told ourselves again and again that we're in a happy marriage, but deep down we know the marriage is deteriorating. We've been lying to ourselves. So how do we even know we can believe ourselves? This is why building self-trust can be a key step in believing in ourselves. We have to become a person that we can believe. Autonomy is the idea of self-governance. It is the freedom we have to make our own decisions and pursue our own unique paths in life. It is also sometimes referred to as self-empowerment, or the ability to take control of our own life, set our own goals, and make our own choices. In theory, we all have autonomy, at least in the USA, but there are many reasons why we might not feel like we have autonomy. Let's talk about a few of these. In the context of our jobs, we generally have low autonomy. We have to work at specific times, do things we don't want to do, and even let other people make our choices for us. The more we get used to this lack of empowerment, the more difficult it may be to feel self-empowered. We might start to wonder, can we actually make choices on our own? How much control do we actually have over our lives? We just don't have a lot of practice at it. Another way we might lose empowerment is from our well-meaning friends and family. Our parents, in particular, might tell us to pursue specific goals or live our lives in a particular way. Maybe we've been told that we should get a normal job, get married, and have kids, and all by the time we're 30 years old. The shoulds that come from our loved ones can often end up disempowering us. We might not feel like we really do have control over our lives, because having that control might upset the people we care about or change how they see us. In this case, believing in ourselves could lead to situations that we're afraid of or make us feel uncomfortable, so we might unconsciously opt not to believe in ourselves. One more thing that commonly hurts self-empowerment is our culture. For example, if it's not socially acceptable in our culture for women to be president and we are a woman, then we may not believe in ourselves if our goal is to be president. The same could be true if we are a woman who wants to be a mechanic or other male-dominated profession. The same is true for men who want to work in a female-dominated profession. It can be hard to believe in your ability to do what others like you have not. You may not feel like you really have control over something that's governed by cultural forces beyond your understanding, and that makes sense. All of these situations can take away some of our control and power. By exploring these situations, you can more easily see if any of these disempowering experiences are what's preventing you from believing in yourself. Ask yourself, is there some message that you've been told over and over again by your job, family, or culture that is leading you to doubt yourself? Environmental mastery is all about taking effective action to achieve the results you want. If we've failed in the past or struggled to achieve the goals we've set for ourselves, despite doing our best, we might not believe in our ability to do what we set our minds to. We might not believe we can do it because in the past we didn't do it, and that's totally understandable. If we struggle here, we might have a nagging feeling that our best isn't good enough. Why believe in ourselves? Why try when it doesn't seem to work? This type of phenomenon is sometimes referred to as learned helplessness. Early research showed that when animals were repeatedly exposed to electric shocks, they stopped trying to get away after a while. Even though it was now possible to get away, they had learned from repeated failures that no matter what they did, they could not change their situation. They could not master their environment. As a result, they no longer believed in themselves. A few older studies explored ways to reverse learned helplessness, but provided few clear answers. Overall, it seems that setting small, achievable goals can help people regain a sense of environmental mastery. For example, one study showed elderly folks how to grow and take care of a plant to boost environmental mastery. Just the act of taking control of your environment in some small way can help. In general, it's important for us to make good use of effective goal setting strategies and be sure not to set overly ambitious goals. Setting goals that are out of reach may just reinforce the belief that we cannot meet our goal or achieve the results we desire. This is what I struggle with, so I know that these are tough beliefs to overcome, but I have found some early success with breaking my goals down into small chunks that I know I can achieve. My goal for today is to finish this video, and I know I can do that. Repeatedly having these small successes helps me regain my belief in myself